Batman is the most prepared hero of all time, but can any hero actually beat him? In this video, I'm putting Batman against some unexpected heroes, and you'll definitely want to watch to the end because some of these fights may surprise you. Just to clear up any confusion, I'll be basing these hypothetical fades with the Arkham Batman in mind, because not only is he my personal favorite version of the character, but there are way too many versions of Batman where bro gets a cracked bat suit that can one-shot most of these characters, or he just ends up not being able to even turn his neck. So with that being said, James Bond is up first, and respectfully, I can't see Batman losing this one, Chief. James Bond is without a doubt a skilled fighter and a master marksman, but old buddy is not lasting 5 minutes in Gotham before Bruce puts him through a 30-hit combo. Now onto a more serious threat, we got Black Noir from The Boys, and Black Noir is giving Batman a challenge for sure. His durability, strength, and regeneration is definitely keeping Batman on his toes, and unless Bruce got an Almond Joy in his belt, I doubt he's taking bro down anytime soon. On the contrary, Bruce has taken punches from Bane and kept going, and I'd say Bane and Noir are on the same level of strength, so I believe them guys are going to be fading all night, or until Bruce buys out Vought. Stepping up to the plate next is the homegirl Kim Possible, and man, just imagine how OP she'd be if she actually trained under Batman. She might even be a better student than Nightwing, low-key, but is it possible for Kim to win? Well, the answer is no. Batman is way too skilled, and also he's like a 6'4" unit versus like what, a 5'2" high schooler? More like Kim Impossible, am I right, guys? Hot dang, it's Liu Kang, and arguably he's the most dangerous character on this list, since not only is he highly skilled in martial arts, but he possesses fire and lightning abilities. Now I know Arkham Batman is no stranger to dealing with those elements, so maybe if he has some prep time, he could no amount of prep time is preparing Bruce for that. Liu Kang, congrats, you're the first Bat Slayer on the list. As for Darkwing number 1, Bruce solos with ease, low-key. Like, sure bro got some good tech, but Batman is overwhelming him with his superior hands. And are we really gonna talk about who's the better tactician here? When Darkwing tried to pull this banger move out on a guy who's 1,000 times stronger and quicker than you, yeah, it's GG's. Alright, so Samurai Jack is up next, and I'm just gonna put this out there, I would pay an embarrassing amount of money to see a crossover episode of these two. Not only is Jack stoic like Batman, but he's been in his fair share of life-threatening squabbles. I don't think Jack having a sword would be a big problem for the Bat, seeing how much he either disarms or breaks said weapon, so I kinda doubt that they would be able to take one or the other out. But judging by how much stamina and endurance Jack has, I think he's making it out of Gotham, meaning that Batman ain't catching him, but Jack's not gonna be able to slump Batman either. But you know who Master Wayne is slumping? Rick Sanchez, but only with prep time of course, because Rick has so many random gadgets and doohickeys that Bruce would need to know about in order to survive.
You're gonna die if you touch me, and there's no afterlife. Everything just goes black. Don't do it.
And when Batman gets past that hurdle, it's pretty much free eats for Batman. He has way better fighting skills, along with him being faster and stronger than Rick. But I'm actually really curious about this matchup. Comment below if you think I'm wrong and Rick is actually sliming Batman out, even with prep time. Now Eraserhead is definitely built different. Like bro's prepared to lose limbs for a dub. Also, I'm not going to use current Aizawa because bro's already like half dead. So how well does prime Eraserhead really match up? I'd say pretty damn well, because not only can Aizawa take a beating, but his reaction time is definitely matching Batman's speed. And let's not forget his scarf technique is probably being his most dangerous tool against the Bat. Also, I'm not bringing his quirk into this fight because it's pretty much useless for him, but my man Bruce has way more tools in his disposal, like Fear Toxin thanks to Scarecrow, and he's strong enough to damage Killer Croc and King Shark, so I'd have to say their fade will be infinite. Alright, so I've been watching that Daredevil show, right? And I must admit, it's pretty peak.
Kill me now! You will go back to prison, and you will live the rest of your your miserable life in a cage.
Especially season 2. So I had to add him on this roster. You know, I think Daredevil can hang in there for a little bit, judging by how they both can clear a room of elite assassins. But Batman is definitely taking the edge over Double D in stamina and tools that I'm pretty sure can mess with Matt's senses. And I didn't even mention how much more armored up Bruce is compared to Daredevil. So I have to give it to Batman. Now Darkwing number 2 is honestly an improvement on the first one in every way. More durable suit and an ability to send Goofies into the Shadow Realm. But for some reason, they can't stop using this move.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Nonetheless, I still think Batman is smarter and has more endurance. I mean, look at what bro goes through in one night. The only saving grace for Darkwing 2 is that he's definitely faster because of his teleporting abilities. And I think he's also stronger. Putting those two things together, he definitely has the capability to trap Bruce into the Shadowverse. And as much as I like to gaslight myself into believing that Batman can prep time himself out of this situation, I gotta give it to Darkwing Jr. He's a certified Bat Slayer. John Wick, yes, the guy from Fortnite, is next. And brother, he can take an absolute beating and keep going. Like, as far as taking damage goes, he's up there with Eraserhead. And his ability to turn anything into a deadly weapon is impressive. But who am I kidding here? I think we all know Batman's taking the Baba Yaga out with relative ease, considering he's dealt with about 8 or 9 John Wicks at a time fighting the League of Assassins. Oh, is this now? A new foe has appeared? Is that Robocop? Oh no, Batman, run! Alright, so I just had to add this absolute Robo unit on this list because the thought of Robocop in Gotham just sounds so epic. Like, I can imagine bro gunning down goons left and right in the grimy streets of Gotham. So we know Robocop is pretty strong and hella accurate with that pistol of his that packs a mean punch, by the way. Also, bro's armor is mostly bulletproof, and top that with the fact that he has his own built-in detective mode. Now you'd think with all that at his disposal, the Bat Slayer tier would be calling his name, but ye have little faith, because while Batman can't damage him at first, he has been known to punch straight up metal and destroy it. And don't forget his speed and the fact that he has fought master marksmen before. And let's just say Robocop does pop Batman, it's not like that armor hasn't taken rounds from straight up tanks and drones. I do think Bruce would have to resort to using his hacking skills, which probably won't keep Robocop down for too long. So this means Robocop is landing himself into infinite fade because bro is way too slow to get the bat off his tracks. Plus, I don't even think he'd run from the battle anyways. I was gonna put just one of the turtles on this list, but I think that'd be too easy for Bruce to handle, unless it's them Hulk-sized Giga Turtles Bay made. Then Batman might be in a little bit of trouble. All 4 turtles against Arkham Batman sounds so crazy, but before you call me crazy, remember this Batman right here is strong enough to hurt Bane and Killer Croc. He's also fast enough to fight multiple foes at a time, yet the turtles specialize in jumping people. I mean, look, they jump Shredder at least once a week, right? So I highly doubt one side is taking out the other. Yet the TMNT definitely has the skills and know-how to make it out of Gotham, especially if they're using the sewers. I just hope they don't run into Killer Croc down there, because I know one of them getting 8. And let's be honest, it's probably gonna be Donnie. He's always getting done dirty in the comics. And following the TMNT is the miraculous Lady Thug. And from the little bits of the show I've seen, she has the ability to create stuff. So if she has any cracked abilities, you know, that I don't know about, please go ahead and tell me. And unless she can create the corpses of Bruce's parents and reanimate them to torment bro, it's kind of raps for Ladybug. Like, this grown man has so many ways to take her out, it's not even close. But as for Mr. Sakamoto, the only reason bro's not in Bat Slayer is he doesn't kill, because while Batman is beyond peak human capability, Sakamoto isn't even human, bro. He's a straight demon. He's faster by a huge margin, like bro's catching bullets with chopsticks. His strength is matching Bane, and his battle IQ is also matching Batman's. So bro is definitely making it out of Gotham for sure. And to close off this roster is Link from Legend of Zelda. And I believe whatever weapon Link pulls out on Bruce, he's getting disarmed and slimed out. But I'm pretty sure there's some OP God Killer sword or bow thing that Link gets that could be detrimental to Bruce Wayne. So I feel some prep time on what weapon Link uses or cracked armor he's wearing will be needed in order for Batman to slump Link. And you, yes you, should slump that subscribe button. I heard they were talking smack, and after you do that, check out this next video. It's a banger, I promise. But I'm out of here. Peace.